everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back again with another small tutorial from Johanna Basford Small Victories. This time we're doing the cherries, so let's get zoomed straight in. This time I'm going to do them with a little bit of a difference, so I thought rather than just have sort of a boring old plain red cherry, I'm going to attempt to put little dewdrops or little raindrops on them. This will either turn out terrible or it'll be brilliant, but we won't know until we try. So hopefully this will be a nice tutorial for you on how to do raindrops, but if it turns out totally pants, just maybe don't do them yourself. I don't know. Our emergency vehicle is going past now. Take your earphones out if you've got them in, it might deafen you, but once that's gone past we should be alright. Always getting on my videos those things. So the little reference picture I've printed out is this. Look how juicy they look. Look how juicy they look. It's obviously it's not going to look like this. I'm telling you now, it's not going to look like this, but I will try my best. And then I just printed out another basic picture of cherries. This just shows the deeper colours that cherries can be. So I picked out some really nice shades from the polychromos. If I can find them, I've chucked them all over this side. So the three shades of red that I've picked out first for the cherries, honestly, they're jumping off my table right now. The first one is Pale Geranium Lake 121. Then I've picked out a India Red 192. Is that 192 India Red? And then I picked out a really lovely colour, Red Violet 194, and that's going to give its really darkest colour of the cherries that I've just showed you. So I've also picked out some greens for the leaves, but we're going to save the leaves till last. So first off, I'm going to go in with a very light layer of the Pale Geranium Lake 121. So over all of the cherries, I'm going to do a light layer of this. And then we're going to map out where we want our raindrops. And then it could all go downhill, but yeah, you'll have to stay tuned to find out. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Unless you've had a sneaky look at the thumbnail of the video and thought, oh, that actually looks good. Oh, that looks pants. You'll know the answer, won't you? You know the answer before me, because I'm only just filming this. But let's get that light layer down. There we go. Now I'm going to map out where I want these little raindrops, dewdrops, or whatever we want to call them. So with the same pencil, I'm going to make sort of, you want circular kind of shapes, but they don't have to be perfect circles. You can make some little ovals, and then you can make some bigger than others. You can make a tiny one. I mean, this could turn out atrocious. I'm not 100% confident on my idea for doing this, but hey ho, if you don't try, you never know, do you? That's what I keep telling everybody. That's what I keep telling everybody. So I'm going to have one this way, quite big. Let's put one there and a little one up here maybe. Maybe one dripping off the leaf. I reckon the leaf would have dropped one there. What do you think? Who knows? Who knows? So next off, I'm going to go in with my darkest colour. So my darkest colour that I have got is Red Violet 194. It's not focusing very well. So I'm going to use this colour to go in even darker around each of these circles, but on the top section of the circle. So the bottom half is going to be lighter, the top bit is going to be darker. So we're just going to do like half a semicircle or a semicircle, whatever you want to call that there. And then using slow circular motions, we're just going to bring in that colour to the top half of the dewdrop. There we go. And we're even going to make it a bit more shadowed around the edge. Pull it out a bit more. There we go. And we're going to do that for all of them. Do I need to come in a bit more? I don't want it to end up too blurry, but I do want to see what I'm doing. So all the top half, and then bring a bit of the colour into the centre. if this doesn't turn out, we can just pretend it's some sort of mad texture going on the cherries, okay? Deal? Deal? Are we going for a deal here? Because I'm not confident with this. I will tell you now. This girl is not confident. There we go. So the little raindrops should always be the same colour as whatever it's landed on, because that colour will come through. So that's why the colour beneath here is the red. Let's bring some of that colour down onto this one. Why it's a bigger dewdrop. Oh, I hope this turns out good. Fingers crossed. I think it makes everything, when you put those white highlights in as well shortly, that will just make everything so much better as well. So now we've done that, we're going to go in with our mid-tone, which is the India Red 192. I'm going to add a little bit of that. So I know it's teeny tiny and I know it's going to be hard, but just where we've put that darkest colour down, we're going to add a little teeny tiny bit of it coming down, but we don't want to go all into the lighter space. You're just putting a little teeny tiny bit of this colour down, because we do want a brighter bit at the bottom. So we're barely putting any of this down, to be honest, barely any of this colour down, just a little touch, just to get it blending into that lightest shade a bit better shortly. And then we're going to add in a bit more of the pale geranium lake 121. I'm going to add that to the bottom bit of the cherry. We're also going to go over this with a white just to brighten it up a bit more. So we're going to go in with this pale geranium lake over the bottom bit of the dewdrop, and then we're going to go in with the white. Where's my white? White 101. Let me make sure it's clean. Going to go into the bottom bit just to brighten it up even a little bit more. I could do with sharpening this pencil, it is quite blocky. Is that the right word? So this will look really odd at the moment because we've not coloured the rest of the cherries and we've not got the white gel pen detailing in and the rest of the shadowing and outlining. But this is the base that we're starting with. So next up, I'm going to colour around these dewdrops and I'm going to colour the rest of the cherries. So going in with my darkest colour, Red Violet 194, I'm going to go in all the shadowed areas. So on this little cherry, it would be around here where that one's overlapping it. So medium to hard pressure and then lifting off the pressure as you come more towards the centre of the cherries, and near those little dewdrops you want to be careful around there. So there we go. Do I want any more up here? Just pull that up a bit more up there. And then I think a little bit of darkness around the top of the cherry as well. So around the little circle a bit at the top that dips in. I think maybe do that a little bit shadowed. So yeah, that's where I want to be with that one. Again, in this little shadowed area, we'll have that deeper. We'll have this one darker a little bit over here where that one's overlapping. My big hand isn't in the way too much, guys. Maybe a bit down at the bottom. And then on the next one, same thing again, where we're going to have it dark where it dips in at the top. And then over where this little leaf is, so all around this leaf, I'm thinking make it a bit darker. Over this side. I'm not in the way, am I, with my big hand? Don't want to be getting in the way. I want you to be able to see me mess up. I'm just joking. I hope I'm joking. There we go, around the outside there. Just blend that bit out a bit. Next I'm going to go in with that mid colour, just to put a little bit around the edges. So India Red 192. Just going to pop a bit around where we've been. Not much, just a light sort of little layer. All around there. And then we're going to go in with our punchy red. So the red we put down at the very start, the pale geranium lake 121, we're going to burnish with this colour now. But don't go over your raindrops. Go around the raindrops. I know you can barely see where mine are at the minute, but when I get the white highlighting you will see them, don't panic. Well, I hope you'll see them. Still not quite confident about this, but we shall see. We shall see, guys. So, let's get that colour in all around the little drops. And on this one, if you hear children, small children coming up the stairs, it's the weekend, guys. It's a Saturday night. Well, Saturday evening. It's not quite night time. Saturday evening. And I've had a bit of a stressful day, if I'm honest. This is my little bit of therapy colouring, let's call it. When I'm pressing hard on the page using a full pressure, I can hear something wobbling on my desk. Something's being wobbled, but nothing's about to fall off. Let's just get around that little dewdrop, raindrop, whatever we want to call it. Let's brush off the dust. So now I think I'm going to use a black, if I can find my black. I've not got my black out, I've not got it out ready. Let me find it. I'm going to use my black to put the shadow underneath the dewdrop and hope there's some tooth in the paper left to do it. So just underneath, very carefully, I'm going to put like a little shadow, just buff around it very lightly. A bit more. See what I'm doing? There we go. I'm going to go back to that darkest shade to just see if I can get any more darkness in. Red Violet 194. Starting from the top of the dewdrop. Just going to add it a little bit more in there from the top. And then we can get our white highlights in and hope for the best. Oh dear, it's not looking great at the moment, I have to say. Maybe it'll look better from far away. Do you know what I mean? Right, so white gel pen detailing it. This is going to be the fun bit. So at the bottom of all the dewdrops, I want to try and get a thin line, or as thin as I can. Just on the bottom, just above where we've put the black shadow. So we want like a little line there. And then on the top, we're going to have more of a sort of a chunkier, sort of square shapes or dots. Yeah, I don't think this is turning out very well. I knew it wouldn't. Being too adventurous here, Kirsty. You've been way too adventurous. I don't think they look like dewdrops at all. I'm going to get my micron pen now and just put not a continuated line. Is that the right phrase? But I'm going to do like a broken line with this pen. These are smudge proof pens. This one's a uni pen, but you can use the micron pens as well, like water and fade proof. And I'm just going to do a bit of a broken line at the top, just because I think that will outline this dewdrop a bit better and make it a bit more like, come on guys, this is what this is supposed to be. Sort of thing. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? What do we think? Is that made it better, worse, indifferent? I have no clue. I have no clue. But we're going to go on to the leaves and then we're going to zoom out and see how good it looks at a distance, because it might look better at a distance. If you don't like it, don't do the dewdrops, just copy the other colours from this colour along. Oh, what am I like? I'm my own worst critic, aren't I? So I've picked out 2 colours for the leaves. I've picked out this one, if it likes to focus. Olive green yellowish 173 and permanent green olive 167. I'm going to go in first with olive green yellowish, and we're just going to do light layer all over the stalk and the leaves. You know what, I think it might look alright from a distance. I think it's just I'm homing in on like the negatives. If you hold it far away, I think it'd look like what it's supposed to do. But I'll let you be the judge. You be the judge. I can take the critique. Come on. Throw the critique at me. I'll not take offence. I promise. That's that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of permanent green olive 167. And where do we want this colour on this leaf this time? I think we'll make a little bit on here. A little bit on the tip. And then we'll do all along this edge here, I think, and then leave the rest of it to go back in with the other colour. Maybe like that. Mix it up a little bit. Same on this side. a little bit. I don't want to smudge my white gel pen, but I also don't want to get my big fat hand in the way. There we go. And then this last little dew. I nearly said dewdrop. It's not, you're not colouring a dewdrop, Kirsty. You're looking at one, but this is a leaf. It's because I was colouring towards the dewdrop. I'll do that side of the leaf green and the other side the other green. So now I'm going to fill it in with olive green yellowish 173. And we'll fill the rest in with that colour. Can you hear that thing banging on my desk? I don't know what that is. It's irritating though. I'm going to add this colour into the stalk a bit darker as well. Could have done with sharpening this, to be honest. It's really narrow, the line out on here. Right, let me go back in with the permanent green olive 167 just to make sure I've got rid of all that white space. Don't want any white space left. Get rid of it. Make sure we go down this side. If I've gone over any of the line art, I might just go in with my electric eraser. You know how bad that annoys me when I've gone over the lines. Let's get that colour in. There we go. Blow away the dust. I'm gonna erase all the little bits that are irritating me. Where's my eraser? Let's go in with this. Zoomed in quite a lot here, aren't I? Just thinking. There's my duster brush. Blow it, actually, I don't want to swipe across the gel pen and micron pen. Right, let's go for it. Let's tidy this up a little bit. I think that'll do. I don't want to knock any of my white gel pen. I'm going to go back in with the white gel pen because I always put my little dotting details in on my leaves, but because we've got this going on down here, I don't want to put too much on the leaves. So I'm just going to keep the dots to the top of the leaf, not the bottom, because we don't want it to get confused with what's going on down here. So I'm literally teeny tiny ones as well. Just there. And that's going to be it for that one. I'm not going to add anything else into that. Maybe a narrow shine around the top of the cherries where the light's hitting it there, but I don't want to go into too much. There we go, we're going to leave it at that. Let me zoom out and we'll see if this looks better from far away, because at the minute I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Have I zoomed in on my phone as well? Let me... Yeah, there. That's where it should be normally. That's where it should be. Oh, see, it doesn't look as bad from far away, but I don't think I've nailed that one little bit. I don't think that went to how I wanted it to look, but it's not too bad. Or does it look like it's got some sort of cherry pox? Not a chicken pox, cherry pox. I don't know. If you like this video, please do hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye everyone.